Thank you for joining us on the Ceasefire Moment, where I'm going to share some of my own personal observations for chapter 4 in Genesis through chapter 6 in Genesis. Starting in chapter 4, around verse 17, we see the names of some of Cain's descendants, and it's interesting because we see similar names all throughout Seth's descendants as well. In verse 26, this stuck out to me where it says, "And to Seth, to him also a son has been born, and he calls his name Enos. Then a beginning was made of preaching in the name of Yahweh." This is like a flash forward to Matthew 28, because we see where Jesus is given the commission and he says to go and immerse them in the name of. So it's the same kind of idea here. Clear back in Genesis. In Genesis 5, I noted that it says this is an account of the generations of Adam. But back in Genesis 2, it said that it was an account of the generations of heaven and earth. So now we're moving into talking about man. I also find it interesting that in this account of generations of Adam, it goes straight to the generations of Seth, and it doesn't mention Cain at all. Cain's was listed up above, but here it specifically said the account of man. Down in verse 24, we read that Enoch habitually walked with God, and he is not, for God has taken him. And that made me think back to Genesis 2:8, where God set a man in the garden, and in 2:15 we read that he takes the man and rests him in the garden. So this is not the first time that God is taking a man, whatever that would mean. Okay, if we scan down through here, we look at Genesis 6:8, and it says that he's going to wipe everything off the face of the ground, from man to beast to creeping thing and to birds of the heavens, and because he regretted it, because he made them. And the them includes everything that was created back in Genesis 1, that was everything in the waters above and below the expanse. And now he's just going to get rid of them all. And I think that's all my observations for 4 through 6. Thank you for joining us.